What's going on, guys? Kai here. It's been a bit since the Ninja's been in the game, so now we're going to go over PvP and PvE tier list for October 2024. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so I did a poll over on the Discord. Be sure you're on my Discord link down below if you would like to be part of these polls. I'm doing one, sometimes two a week. And also a reminder, we're about a week out from Halloween. And I have the Neverland Halloween channel where people are upvoting your outfits from in-game. Now, from the vote, they said they want PvP and PvE still from class and fairies, but they want it in 2 videos instead of 4. So I'm going to go kind of quicker this time. Let me know how you feel about this model down below or on the Discord, obviously. So we're going to talk about the class tier list for PvP, and then right under it is PvE. If you want the picture version, you can take a picture right now on your phone or whatnot, or it's on my resources channel on the Discord. So this is where I'm looking at right now for PvP. I still have Perfect Blade really high up. Dragon Fighter is still really high up, and Priest is really high up. Now, Dragon Fighter and Dragon Knight can be a little interchangeable depending on the game mode that you're doing for PvP. If it's something like Top League, depending on your team makeup, you might want a Dragon Knight so you can do the anti-healing and big burst. But if you're in most other PvP situations, fairy PvP situations, Dragon Fighter is really powerful. You can use that roar. You have the knock up, knock down, and long range thrust. Priest is always going to be good, especially for that star blessing, especially in group PvP content. It's always going to be great. Down here on A tier, I already talked about Dragon Knight. Gladiator, I'm surprised Gladiator's still up here. But Gladiator's kit is just really strong, especially now. Obviously water is a very good element for Gladiator, but wind being a very sneaky good element for Gladiator as well, allowing you to double moonslash people is really nasty. Not to mention, now that we have Butterfly Orchid in the game, you have at least 2 supportive defensive type holy fairies, so Gladiator is also a good holy user. Then over here we have Windchaser. Its big claim to fame is the anti-stun with the strength of nature. The 3 dodges is massive, especially now it's a little bit easier with the Burning Soul battle changes. Let me know how you feel about that down below. Now that you can't swap teams anymore, but it was a lot stronger when you were able to keep swapping, and that 3rd dash really mattered. Now you can still kind of control the gap with how you do first skill, second skill, third skill, second skill. Really interesting combos you can do there. Down here, Kagaguri in the B tier. It can do a really good burst in PvP, but it really is kind of, you have to, is just like Gypsophilia in the way that Gypsophilia is good in PvP, but it needs to be a long drawn out battle for it to do its thing. If it's a long drawn out battle, Kagaguri can actually shine really well, but most PvP ends up being really quick fights and it's over. If it's a slow fight and everyone's tanky or whatnot, something like a Gladiator Kagaguri, is a house. Down here we have marksman. They can sneakily be really, really good. A lot of holy users that don't like the melee style of perfect blade or either side of lancer generally go towards marksman for PvP. It's the currently the best ranged PvP class. Over here we have armor, which is a bit lower. The main issue is a lot of your damage is through your nether fire. It is really cool how it mashes with fire, obviously for the crit damage, but also meshes pretty well with earth with how it all aligns. Now it also does decently with wind. Double grenade could OHKO someone that is roughly your power. But that's kind of a cheese strategy. Down here we have mechanician. It is powerful. The biggest problem it has is just what all the classes do. AoE, 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 AoE. Everything up here is AoE. Even right there is AoE. These two have AoE, but it's a bit less. But the bots just lose to AoE. Down here we have Judge. The biggest issue that Judge has is you can't be a Judge Priest. That would be a pretty fun, pretty interesting combo. But it leans into the break mechanic, and you can't really make use of that too well now that guild emblems are in the game. Now people are able to build block a lot easier, making your aim chain strike not do as well. You can still get away in a group PvP setting with a judge, but you're not going to have two judges. You're not going to have three judges. You're going to have one guy who's on double tornado duty. And down here is the angry stepchild of Neverland. So going into PvE, some of these are the same. Some of these are hugely reversed. We have armor up here. All three of these. Armor is undoubtedly number one right now in PvE content, in bossing content when it's just one boss. As far as Dragon Fighter and Kagaguri, they are neck and neck. Not right below armor, but like 10-ish% below it. If you do really, really well with these classes, you can compete with an armor, but armor on its face, everything being equal, is better. Down here, Priest. Priest allows you enough crit to actually crit these higher level PvE content, as well as obviously an attack boost is good. Marksman is very powerful. It is just a little bit behind these two, not by much, but it is behind. Dragon Knight and Perfect Blade are both in a similar category where they are good. They do the damage. They're just weaker in PvE than their other counterparts. Perfect Blade's biggest issue is something like Guild Boss, where the thing is too big for you to dash through. You kind of get stalled out sometimes, so you end up losing a bunch of damage. I hate it because Perfect Blade is my favorite class, and when I try to do it in Guild Boss, I just get stuck standing in front of the boss, my character not knowing what to do because the boss is too big for me to dash through. Then we have Judge and Mechanician. Both of these can put up actually pretty decent numbers in PvE, but generally on AFK mode. Then we have these two down here, Gladiator, Windchaser. They're built for PvP. They do okay. And then Angry Stepchild down here. Let me know what you guys think down below. Till next time, guys.